Yeah, so I was calling you about, taxing the rich. And I know this sounds really hard, and I don't even just have to believe it can happen. Have to get rid of tax havens.
I agree.
And how do we do that?
Agree.
Because they're international, and apparently the highest number of tax havens are British.
Yes, the Isle of Wight and the Bahamas.
Yeah.
British colonies or territories or whatever they call them. Yes, I am totally with you, Elise. The way that you do it, and we used to actually have laws in the United States that made it really, really hard to move your money into tax havens. Is by law. You change your tax code. You put criminal penalties on people who move their money into these places simply to avoid taxation. It's very straightforward. It's just that rich people have so many lobbyists, and those lobbyists have so much power in Washington, D.C., that it's really hard to make that happen. But Elise, you touched on the core of the problem. Thank you very much for the call. It's great to hear from you. William in Oakmont, Illinois. Hey, William, what's on your mind?
Oak Lawn, Illinois, just outside Chicago.
Oak Lawn. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. On minimum wage, $15 minimum wage, and executive salaries, I was looking at a YouTube video of Diamond and Silk. You familiar with them?
Yeah. The couple
they were,
who are,
this is about a week ago.
The two women who are big friends of Donald Trump, yes.
Right. They were saying that nobody should ask for a minimum $15 minimum wage because, first of all, basically you're not worthy of making $15 an hour because it's a low, budget, low type of job, low class job. And also they said that if you make $15 an hour, the more you make, the more you're going to pay in taxes. So it's going to put you in a higher tax bracket. And then,
yeah, it's a big problem.
Then they talked about, I think they said they worked at fast food, McDonald's or something, and they said that was for teenagers, and then you move on. So they didn't mention a salary of anybody, but I looked it up that Stephen Estabrook, who was the former CEO of McDonald's, who got fired for having a relationship with an employee, one site said he made in 2018 $15 million in salary and, other compensation. Another site said in 2019 he made $17 million in, salary and other compensation like stocks, bonuses, stock options, and that type of thing, other compensation. Now, I would like to know, I know you can't answer this, but theoretically, how is it that we can look upon the worker who so-called flips burgers as being demeaned for being, not being able to rise above a certain level, but at the same time, the person at the top is making all this money off that low-wage person flipping burgers?
Yeah, absolutely. Workers make a business. It's fairly straightforward. I think the biggest question, if I had Diamond and Silk saying that on my show, the simple question I would ask them is, why do you think it's acceptable that in the richest nation on earth, anybody who works a 40-hour week has to live in poverty?
Yeah, I would like to ask them that too.
Yeah, okay, I suspect they would. I suspect they would not have an answer for that question because that's the key question. And it's Bernie is probably the most articulate person that's saying this. He just literally says it that way. No, anybody who works a full-time job in America should not be living in poverty, and that's what a $15 wage would do. It would take you about $1 above the poverty level, and it's just a reasonable thing. And it's only in America where you can work a full-time job and still live in poverty. Among the 34 developed countries in the world, the richest countries in the world, we're the one place. William, thank you for that. And for doing your homework there on the CEO pay too. It's obscene.